right, the alternative right, painting it as a collection of sort of white supremacists and anti-Semites. And of course, the opening here was provided by the Trump campaign hiring Steve Bannon, the former chairman of Breitbart. And Bannon has said it's the voice of the alt-right. Is that coverage been fair or unfair in your view?
Well, it really is a campaign tactic for Hillary Clinton to bring up this issue, and I think the question is, how much should the media participate in that campaign tactic? If they want to cover unsavory characters who support each campaign, they can do that, but they should not just look at one campaign at the exclusion of the other. You have tons of extremist candidates, or people who are supporting Hillary Clinton, from the head of the Communist Party USA, some of the most radical abortion extremists, Sidney Blumenthal, who was advising Hillary Clinton on invading Libya while he was paid by the Clinton Foundation. There are all sorts of people you can look at on both sides of the campaign. It's a totally normal, negative campaign trick, but the media should think about how much they want to participate in that.
Like when the media say, "Oh, this crazy person," whether it's David Duke with Trump or the Orlando shooter's father with Hillary, they want their 10 seconds of fame, and then we try to tie it around. But is there a balance in the way that this is being done?
I don't know that this one there will be balance, because as a Democrat, I don't think we see this as an even-handed thing. I mean, I think the Clinton campaign, to their credit, has been very careful to use Donald Trump's own words or the words of the people supporting him, right? They haven't, it's not been insinuation, right? It's been the actual, look at the videos, right? It's almost every time all the videos are released, it's the actual words of Trump and the people.
When you get into the alt-right business, and it's not Trump's words, it's the words of other people.
When he hired, right, Steve Bannon to go in there, that was the thing that crossed over for Democrats to be able to say this is fair game.
Quick point. New York Times and others reporting on Bannon having been charged 20 years ago with domestic violence, with his then wife. The charges were later dropped. I can see reporting it, but should this be a major story? 20 years ago, the guy who was running the campaign.
Steve Bannon is a major figure in the campaign, and he's an unsavory character, and I think there's tons of information out there that you can go after. But I do think it kind of crosses a line. For instance, bringing up divorce proceedings. I've yet to hear of a divorce proceeding that didn't involve allegations that, you can get really extreme rhetoric. I think we should be cautious, or it should be a more universally applied journalistic trick to bring up divorce papers.
Agree with that?
I think, look, he's a new guy, and there's, this is what happens, right? I mean, everyone gets vetted in this business.
I know, but it feels a little, it just feels a little over the line to me to make a major issue out of something that happened 20 years ago. Before we have half a minute left.
Yeah.
You wrote at the beginning of this year that the Clinton Foundation should be phased out to avoid conflicts. Now, that seems to be an emerging media position. I guess you were right.
Listen, I think it's clear that they're making dramatic changes in the foundation, right? I mean, I wish this had happened a year ago, right? That they had removed anything.
Why didn't the campaign listen to you?
Because they don't listen to me about many things, but I think and this one, I think that they got the message, right? They're making significant changes, and I think it's heading in the right direction.
But not shutting it down or phasing it out, transferring the assets. It's a lot of people in the media now, Molly, are calling for. We gotta go. Simon Rosenberg, Molly Hemingway, great to see you this Sunday. After the break, Trump calls Clinton a bigot, accuses Trump of stoking racism. As we've been saying, is the press picking sides in this fight? For anyone else near Florida, Georgia line, listeners on the highway heard them first.
4 million album sales later.
She joins
Including Glover, Tim McGraw, Three Boys,
Georgia. He's replaced her out the weekend.
exclusively on the highway. Sirius XM Channel 56.
Available free on inactive satellite radios through September 6th.
At Mathnasium Learning Centers, we don't help kids become better at math. We help people of their own career and create their own. Visit us online at mathnasium.com and discover how franchising opportunities can help you get your own business with relatively low startup costs and an abundance of training and support. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to run one of our Mathnasium Learning Centers, but you do need to just take their first steps. United States in neighborhoods just like you, looking for an own business and take charge of your destiny. Are you interested in helping kids advance their math skills and improve their own career dreams? If you're looking for a way to take charge of your own destiny, find out more at mathnasium.com. Mathnasium, we make math make sense.
Hi, this is Joe Nasha, president of USmattress.com. first and largest online mattress store in the world dedicated to one goal: turn the mattress buying experience from annoyance. But there's one thing for sure: this means nothing unless we can guarantee you the absolute best price. At usmattress.com, every day we beat other stores' name brand prices by up to 60%. It starts with our huge buying power, and because we're online, we've got margins no other mattress store in the country not only beat but embarrass other mattress stores on price. We'll put it in writing. If you find your mattress advertised for less anywhere else in the next 30 days, usmattress.com will refund you 110% of the difference. How's that for nice? And now through Monday, save up to 60% off other stores during our Labor Day sale. usmattress.com, the nicest place on earth to buy a mattress.
In terms of condition apply, certain aspects of owning a Lexus can't be conveyed over the radio, like how the hair at the back of your neck stand up as you reach a hill summit, or that satisfied grin when you realize you're the only one up there. Which is why the only way to understand the thrill of owning a Lexus is to drive one. At the Golden Opportunity Sales event,
After 1.5 miles, turn left, Highway 15 northbound towards New Haven.
The event ends September 5th for Lexus Milan. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and this is Fox News on Sirius XM 114, where you can hear for weeknights at 8 p.m. in the East, 5 p.m. in the West. The more that Donald Trump has tried to appeal to black voters, the more the media have scrutinized and often criticized his approach. Trump is now calling Hillary Clinton a bigot, and CNN's Anderson Cooper repeatedly pressed him on that.
How is she bigoted? She's selling them down the tubes because she's not doing anything for those communities. She talks a good game. She has hatred. Her policies are bigoted. Her policies are bigoted.
You're saying she is personally bigoted?
She is. Of course she is.
I spoke earlier from New York with Ebony Williams, a lawyer and Fox News contributor. Ebony Williams, welcome.
Thank you, Howdy. Thanks for having me.
So Clinton accuses Trump of fostering racism. Trump calls Clinton a bigot, although ties it to policies. True or not, most of the mainstream media do not believe Hillary Clinton is a bigot, but do believe that Trump has made racist appeals.
Is that true? Look, I really can't tell you if mainstream media is picking up on it, but I can tell you certainly within some black press units, people are calling Hillary Clinton out on her things that she's had in her past, whether it's calling people super predators or other even policy that her husband and herself have advocated for that have adversely affected the black community. So I do actually think, Howie, that people are aware of that and starting to call her out on that.
What about the ugliness of both of them in August, hurling these incendiary charges at each other, and how does the press cover that?
Oh, it's so nasty. I can tell you again, it's not being well received. I can pretty much guess that they're each just trying to the other. And what they're doing in this effort, Howard, is they're really just making a mockery of the actual black community and certainly the brown community too. They're using it as a pawn. They're both using it for political expediency. And it's really transparent. I don't think it's really serving the true need, whether it's political or otherwise, of either candidate.
Well, Donald Trump reacted to what Clinton is saying at a speech in New Hampshire. Let's play a little bit of that.
When Democratic policies fail, they are left with only this one tired argument. You're racist, you're racist, you're racist. They keep saying it. You're racist. It's a tired, disgusting argument.
So it's hard to defend yourself against charges of racism, and Trump is calling this an old Democratic playbook.
Yeah, David Webb, a colleague of ours, has often said that that's kind of the go-to card for the Dems when they don't have anything else to say or when they're losing the argument. I do agree that it's overused. I've been a vocal and staunch critic of the overusage of the term racism. It's deep-seated. It's a serious charge. And in my book, Howard, when you pull that card, you need to have a lot of evidence to back it up. Are there some things in Donald Trump's past? I'm talking about the Central Park 5. I'm talking about housing discrimination that I think legitimately warrant questions around his positions and race and equality? Absolutely. But to just kind of put this blatant charge of racist on him constantly, and again at the mouth of Hillary Clinton, the messenger matters. The fact that Hillary Clinton herself is not a saint on these issues is hugely problematic and hypocritical to me.
Right. So Donald Trump at least is trying to do some outreach to the African-American community, but he's also gotten hit for that, accused of pandering, and then there was the line about, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs. So what do you think of his attempt to do that in a way he's not really getting credit for trying? It's being portrayed as a tactic because he is behind in the election.
I think that I will never criticize anyone for making an effort to engage in the political agenda of a part of this country. So that includes Donald Trump, for having the conversation, doing outreach, making inquiries to find out what he can do to better position himself in the communities of color. I'm going to applaud that as a good faith effort. I do think, though, pandering, I don't really understand why people give people such a hard time about it. Everybody panders.
Does he need to go into, and the happen we have the communities of color, and not just because for largely white audiences?
100%, yes. And see, this is the intention issue that I spoke about earlier this week on Fox News that Donald Trump is having to deal with. Certainly, he's saying a lot of things that are piquing curiosity and interest for the first time. I'm excited to hear that. But they will play better in front of audiences that look diverse, audiences that are not 90-95% white, audience that have people of color in them, black people, brown people, so that there's an authenticity that can be presumed, because he's not only talking about black people, he's actually talking to them.
All right, well, thanks for that authentic commentary, Ebony Williams. Great to see you.
Thanks, Howie.
Still to come, Julian Assange of WikiLeaks is scolding the American press. Jorge Ramos is too. Why I'm buzzed off about that next.
The biggest selling solo artist in history is getting his own channel on Sirius XM.
This is Garth Brooks. I remember getting my first truck, my first kiss, and now my own radio station. That's too much.
It all starts with an exclusive listener event. Garth's first ever concert at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Garth at the Ryman. You gotta admit, it's got a ring to it.
The Garth Channel, coming September 8th to Channel 55 and the Sirius XM app.
Attention investors saving for retirement. What if you could store your IRA or 401k where you can see, touch, and hold it in your hands in the form of physical gold and silver coins? You know you can't do that with your stocks. With Augusta Gold and Silver IRA, you can transfer retirement savings into physical coins and store them where you can actually hold them in your hands, where you can get your gold fast in a disaster. Augusta Precious Metals offers free shipping, zero management fees, and Augusta pays all upfront costs. Getting started is absolutely free, so call today, 800-345-4IRA. Rated A+ with the Better Business Bureau. Augusta Precious Metals enjoys a 98% 5-star customer satisfaction rating with TrustLink.org. Trust Augusta. Call toll-free, 800-345-4IRA now for your free guide to Augusta Gold IRAs. Call toll-free, 800-345-4IRA. That's 800-345-4IRA.
Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely.
We're here at CreditRepair.com, the most recognized name in the industry for resolving credit report issues and getting those scores up. There's a lot going on here today.
Yeah, that's right, Justin. Last year alone, we had over 500,000 calls from people needing help with improving their credit scores.
And no wonder. What you're doing works, right?
It sure does. Our proven process can help actually remove those unfair or inaccurate items from your credit report. And on average, people who have used our service have seen significant improvement in their credit scores month after month.
So when it comes to getting things in life that you really want, like a home, car, or even a new job, the first thing lenders usually look at is credit. So don't let a low credit score hold you back. Call CreditRepair.com today. And so what happens when they call?
So when you call, we're actually going to give you a free credit report, a free credit score, and a free evaluation to tell you what's going on right over the phone.
Call CreditRepair.com at 800-419-9200. That's 800-419-9200. 800-419-9200. Does paying for channels you don't watch make you want to scream a 4-letter word? Stop. Yeah, just stop. Introducing the new Flex Pack from Dish. Start with over 50 channels for $39.99 a month. This channel pack included. Add channel packs like local, variety, and kids for $10 a month each. Don't watch, don't pay. Get the skinny. Call 1-844